Noon, Governor Rick Scott calling Florida lawmakers back for a special session. ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter joins us now with more on what the governor is asking of legislators. Jacqueline.
Good afternoon, Scott. Governor Rick Scott announced just a few hours ago that he will be calling a special legislative session to discuss several budget topics. This comes just weeks after the regular legislative session ended and will be held June 7th through the 9th. The governor announced his plans to veto HB 5501, which calls for a 60% decrease in funding for Visit Florida. This comes after lawmakers slashed money to the state's tourism marketing agency and provided only a small amount for economic development to Florida. Scott is also calling for an increase in funding for grades K through 12. And lastly, he announced his plans to establish a job growth fund for the state.
It's hard to come up with a package that is good for all Florida families. The most important thing I can say about all this is Florida families are going to be in a good position. Our children are going to be in a good position. The future of the state is going to continue to prosper.
The governor also says they will possibly add medical marijuana back to the call as well after receiving numerous calls from supporters of the bill. Scott will sign the $82 million budget, but he is expected to veto $410 million in legislative projects. Back to you, Scott.